Hello, Ramley and other NFL family. I'm Peyote, I'm your Canadian Rams fan, and today, in this video, we are diving into the top 5 things to watch for the Rams and Bears matchup this Sunday. Lots to talk about. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below, but here are some of mine. Let's get into it. Number 1, the first thing I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about the Rams playing the Bears is Caleb Williams. I know he's an often criticized player, being drafted number 1 overall. The reality is he was drafted number 1 overall for a reason, and I know at some point this season he's gonna have a game where he reminds the NFL why he was drafted number 1 overall. He is a freak athlete. He's got lots of potential. The Rams have been known for giving up the big play, which we'll talk about in the next point, but I am nervous that this might be the game that Caleb Williams has a just star-studded performance. I'm hoping that the Rams can contain him and remind him how tough it is to play in the NFL. But if I was saying I'm not nervous about Caleb Williams in this game, I would be lying. I think he's an electric talent. He's had some questionable play calling this season, which is one of the reasons I think most Bears fans would say they're kind of frustrated with this Bears team. But Caleb Williams, he definitely has all the skills and tools to be a high level quarterback in the NFL, and I'm hoping that this is not the game that he's making smart decisions and that he shows off that electrifying playmaking ability that we saw at USC. My number 2 thing that I'm thinking about this game, I think this is going to be a really fun game. I think there's going to be a lot of big plays. I think that the Rams defense has been known for giving up a big play. I think the Bears defense might have potential for giving up some big plays in this, especially if Tutu Atwell got going. I'm curious to see what this game really shapes up to be. It's kind of hard to get a vibe of these two teams right now, with the Rams being so banged up and injured, and the Bears still being a young team on offense, finding their offensive identity. But we know this Bears defense will show up to play. I'm nervous, but it's a healthy nervousness that both these teams can have big passing plays go for a touchdown. Maybe there's some special teams that come into factor here. If Xavier Smith can have another one of those great returns, I'd be okay with that. Maybe Kyron Williams breaks off his biggest run this season. It's going to be fun to watch, but definitely looking for big plays in this game. Whether that's from the Rams or the Bears, I think it's something that all teams should be deciding about, and it might ultimately decide this game of which team gives up the least amount of big plays or the big play in the fourth quarter at the right time. That's what I'm watching for. The number 3 storyline I'm watching for in this game are 2 players, the Rams defensive tackles, Kobie Turner and Braden Fiske. Ram fans were blessed to watch Aaron Donald for years. And when we went up against a mobile quarterback, like Caleb Williams or Kyler Murray, one of the things that Aaron Donald did really well was collapse the pocket from the interior of the O-line. And that was something never let mobile quarterbacks really set their feet. That's why Aaron Donald and the Rams had so much success against Kyler Murray or Russell Wilson. They never really got to have a clean pocket because he was so good at just breaking down that interior line. I know Kobie Turner is in his 2nd season. Braden Fiske is a rookie. But if they can collapse this Bears pocket, which this Bears O-line is definitely suspect, let's be honest here, I think that's one of the keys for containing Caleb Williams and the Bears having a rough day on offense. And I think that Kobie Turner and Braden Fiske are possibly the 2 game wreckers in this game for the Rams defense that can make that happen and slowing down the Chicago offense. And the 4th story that I'm watching for in this game is the Bears defense. I've already talked about them a little bit in this video, but let me just highlight them here. This is the strength of this Bears team right now. While their offense is still figuring it out, we know that this Bears defense is going to show up to play. If the Rams can keep them on the field, tire them out, hog the ball, I think that's a recipe for success. Take care of the ball. This Bears defense, I am nervous about them generating turnovers here. Montez Sweat is one of the best pass rushers in the business. Nervous about that. TJ Edwards at the linebacking position, Tremaine Edwards, so the Edward linebacking core, definitely something to watch out for. I'm I'd be lying if I said I'm not nervous about this. Literally those are like the two things I'm most nervous about this Bears team is their defense, stuff in our offense, and Caleb Williams having his first big breakout performance in the NFL. I really am curious to see what this looks like on Sunday. And my final point that I'm watching this game is the Rams offense and priority their wide receivers. As I mentioned about the big plays in this game, the Rams wide receivers did a great job last week keeping them in the game. Though the game looked out of hand at time against the 49ers, it really was this Rams offense making key catches when it counted. If guys like Jordan Whittington, Tutu Atwell, Kobie Turner at the tight end position, Demarcus Robinson gets going, this is a Rams wide receiving core that can really showcase its depth with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp out. Stafford has been known to elevate his wide receivers play around him, but the reality is he trusts a lot of these guys, and we saw that on showcase last game against the 49ers. I'm hoping we can see a great follow-up performance for it and have some of these wide receivers have a day against this Bears team. I think it's going to be important, especially on third down, to convert. Rams wide receivers are definitely a storyline I'm watching in this game. Those are just some of my thoughts. Let me know some of yours. Thanks so much for watching, especially if you watched the end of the video. As always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Woo! And we'll see you at the live stream watch party on Sunday.